When your AC stops working, just call the experts at KS Services Heating and Air. They're fast and affordable. Right now, purchase any Bryant energy efficient system and save with 0% interest for 60 months with approved credit. It comes included with a 5-year labor warranty. And our fair price guarantee means that we will always give you 3 quotes for every situation. A good, better, and best. Call KS Services Heating and Air today. We roll on, whatever it takes.
This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, October the 22nd. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks so much for tuning in. We've got some rain on the way and some much colder temperatures. Satellite image this morning shows that much of the state of Alabama is becoming cloudy, all with the exception, of course, of the southeastern section, and still in the eastern sections there are some breaks to the clouds. The real culprit in our weather pattern is a cold front that we noted yesterday would be moving our way, and that cold front is expected to move across the state later today and into early Monday, bringing a good deal of rain with it. It's currently in western Arkansas this morning. In the upper atmosphere, of course, we have a nice digging trough associated with that weather system that will be digging in across the eastern part of the country, and that's going to be bringing some of the coldest air so far this fall season. Temperatures right now are still quite mild. We have temperatures generally in the 60s across central Alabama. I notice Anniston is at 59, and it's a little bit cooler as you head over into the Carrollton area there with 57. But otherwise, it is a mild morning across the state of Alabama, and we'll probably see temperatures climb well into the 70s today, and maybe even some spots, especially across the south part of Alabama, getting to near 80 degrees. But rain is on the way, and we've got rain that's actually developed in southern Mississippi and southeastern Louisiana. The main front, of course, is back in Arkansas, and you can see that there's a line of storms out there that is approaching eastern Arkansas. The watch warning map is somewhat uncluttered. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in central Arkansas. That's frost and freeze advisories, the blues out there in parts of the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, and western parts of Kansas. And then there's high wind warnings and high wind watches, those brown areas, and there's some flash flood watches out in the northwestern corner of the U.S. The QPF chart shows about what we saw yesterday. It looks like we're going to see a widespread 2 to 3 inch amount across the state, with some places, especially in the eastern half of the state, potentially between 3 and 4 inches. The WPC folks have outlooked a slight risk, the standard slight risk, for excessive rainfall for day 1. This is today through 12Z or 7 a.m. On Monday, including southeastern Louisiana, southeastern Mississippi, and just about all of the state of Alabama. And then on day 2, they move that slight risk up into the southern Appalachians, into parts of western Carolinas and northern Georgia. SPC has a marginal risk over the area of southwest Alabama, southeast Mississippi, and southeast Louisiana for day 1, and it looks like the main threat will be that of damaging wind. For day 2, the marginal risk moves over into the Carolinas and Georgia, and then for day 3, it moves up into New England and the mid-Atlantic states. Tropics are quiet. All right, let's get to the GFS this morning. Here is the front coming our way. We'll take an intermediate time, and there is the chart around 1 a.m., and you can see rain has spread over all of the state. It looks like we'll be in a situation where we'll be dry the morning, showers affecting parts of the western part of the state early this afternoon, rain spreading over in the whole state this evening and into early Monday. As to severe possibility, but first of all, there's the current radar from Jackson showing a good deal of showers over the southern part of Mississippi. And reinforcing the idea of the marginal risk for severe weather, there's the Cape values for 1 a.m., showing Cape values surging well up into North Alabama. It looks like the highest amounts, though, are across southwest Alabama, southeastern Mississippi, southeastern Louisiana, where those values are getting up to close to 600 joules per kilogram. So definitely the risk, I think, is a little bit greater down there to the south. Going back to the chart by Monday anyway, the surface pattern shows that the rain should be moving on out of the state, but again, the possibility of some excessive rain over the eastern part of the state. The upper air chart Monday also shows that first trough coming in, but a second one kind of digging in right behind it, so that by Tuesday we've kind of combined the two, and we have a very deep trough just to the east of the Mississippi River. And that's going to spell some pretty chilly air. We note, too, with the high pressure over eastern New Mexico and West Texas, that we have a nice northerly fetch all the way from Canada all the way down into the southeastern U.S. The trough moves by very sharply, and this looks like Wednesday morning could be our lowest temperature so far this season. The GFS printing out a 41 for Birmingham. That means some of those colder valley locations could get into the 30s, and there could be some frost over the area. We see by Thursday, though, that the trough has moved on into New England and out into the Atlantic, and we're coming under ridging, so that should mean some warming. We stay under ridging, but another deep trough comes our way starting on Friday. Now, at this point, there's going to be some differences in the models. The GFS suggesting a front in Arkansas next Friday with a surface low over the Great Lakes. The European, on the other hand, is much slower. The surface low is back in Minnesota, and the front not quite to Arkansas just yet. So a big difference. The GFS brings that thing through, that nice deep trough. It brings it through Saturday morning across the Mississippi River. The Euro, on the other hand, doesn't bring that across the Mississippi River until early Tuesday, so there's a large difference, and that's showing up in, of course, the surface pattern. The GFS suggesting next Saturday would be wet across the southeastern U.S., especially Alabama, but the European suggesting that we'll still be dry and warm as the rain holds off. I think the solution is somewhere between the two, so that it looks like maybe next weekend, Saturday could also be dry, with Sunday being the wet day, the Euro slowing down and the GFS speeding up. Or it's a long way off and we're in voodoo country. There's the GFS showing the front on the East Coast, but the Euro showing it just now getting to Alabama on Sunday. All right, looking out into voodoo country, that trough moves on, and it keeps troughing us over the eastern part of the country. By Thursday, the 2nd of November, we have another trough coming in and moving across the Mississippi River. And then at the end of the period, we see that we've come under ridging for a couple of days there around the 5th and 6th of November, with yet another trough coming. And that rapid movement to the pattern is not untypical for the fall season. That'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. James Spann should have the next version of this on Monday morning, first thing. Stay tuned to the blog for notes on Alabama's weather. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day and Godspeed.
AC broken? Just call KS Services Heating and Air. All Bryant energy efficient systems come with a 5-year labor warranty, and our fair price guarantee means that we'll always give you 3 quotes for every situation. Just call KS Services Heating and Air today.